Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 310. It is Tuesday morning, and we are on our way to work. We just stopped and got some fuel, and we're just continuing our trip to the office. Today we're going to hit the casino a couple times. Yesterday started off okay, and then took a stupid risk and didn't work out. So we did end up clawing back, and actually the online money I made yesterday is already in my bank account. Unbelievable. It said 3 to 5 business days, and it was there in less than 15 hours or something like that. So all that's fine. Right now it is cold, but not as cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday was just a ridiculous day. A lot of schools were on delays, or they were closed, or whatever, but it was one of those days when nobody really wanted to be out. Today's a little bit better. It's 15 degrees instead of 1. Feels like 5 degrees, which is still pretty chilly, but at least the sun is out today. And I feel like today's going to be a better day. Yesterday, after I let you go, a friend of mine, the friend that I met at the casino here, moved on to another area about 3 to 4 hours away from here, and or from that casino, and he sent me a message that they reset a machine last night, and he ended up making 10,000 on that machine. So good for him. I tried to contact someone else in that area and let him know, hey, he left some stuff on there to higher denominations, and he didn't answer. But then this morning, he got back to me, and I said, hey, this machine, this is going on. He's like, yeah, I saw it. I played some of it, and he made like another 1,000, so that's good. So today, no pressure. We're just going to take it easy. I abandoned the goal for the year. It's not happening, or if it does happen, great, but we're not going to worry about it. I really wanted it to happen because it would have taken me over $1 million by the end of the year, or at least, hopefully, by the time episode 1000 gets here. I don't know if that's going to happen now or not, but we're not going to stress anymore. We're just going to take it easy. We're going to take the good plays as we see them. We're going to try to avoid the borderline plays, and whatever happens, happens. If we make a little bit less every day, that's fine. At least we'll be moving up instead of taking big risks that could cause big problems for us in the future. So really, not really much to say this morning. On my way, like I said, to the office, and I'll come back and update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, just leaving the office. It's almost 11. Just been tied up every day. Been leaving a little bit later than I like, which means different outcomes, because I kind of had it timed where a lot of people weren't in there when I got there, but I mean at the casino. So anyway, one thing I noticed here at the office, we got a big office, and they have all these reserved parking spots for people when they donate money or raise money or whatever, all these different things. And I noticed that a lot of those had names on them, but the names are gone because these top producers, these top money collectors, donators, whatever, were laid off. So it's like you work so hard for your company, then on top of that you volunteer to help with different things, and then they lay you off, and then your parking spot just sits empty. So I'm just going to start parking at one of those spots because it's empty anyway, but who cares? So I can park right up front now. So that's what we'll do. Right now we are heading out to the casino. Walked out of the office without my jacket on because it's obvious when you're walking around with your jacket on that you're leaving, but temperature shot up like crazy. It's 27 degrees, so you really don't need one. Feels like 19, so not horrible. So we're going to head out to the casino and hopefully have a nice little session, and then I'll come back and update you. Alright guys, I am back, and I walk in and I'm looking around, seeing nothing, and then I see something, well, maybe later on I can come back to that. It's not going anywhere. Go around the corner and I'm like, whoa, that's not so-and-so, is it? And it was a friend of mine that I'd actually met Let me tell you where I met him. I met him at the place that said, if you ever go to one of our properties again, whatever, you know. So that's where I originally met him. And he walked up to me and he's like, what do you take that machine at? And I'm like, how did you know I knew what I was doing? And I guess it was a lot more obvious than I had thought. And anyway, we became friends and exchanged phone numbers and stuff. And we talk every once in a while, so it was nice to see him. But he had sat down at a machine. I sat down next to him, and I found a play and played that one through while we were talking. And I made about $100. And then talked to him for a few, and he took off. He's on his way. He's on a long journey today, like 12-hour journey today. So let him go, and he's got a long drive ahead of him. Hopefully he's safe. And I went back to doing my stuff and lost that $100, and I was down about $5 or $10 and looking around, not finding anything. You know, he said he'd been there for about half an hour, so I don't know if he checks all the same stuff I do or not. But so I ended up going back to that first machine by the front door and played that one through, and it actually ended up working out for me, and I ended my session ahead $202. So yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? So what's today? December 16th. I got to put it in my log here. Plus 202, and we're gonna head back to the office. But before we do, we're gonna stop at Chipotle and pick up some food. And I set it up because this Chipotle is always so slow. So I set it up for pickup 10 minutes before I'm actually going to be there, because they're always delayed. So maybe it'll actually be fresh when I get there and right on time. So yeah, we'll see what happens this afternoon. I have some other ideas I want to work on too. I also got approved for a credit card yesterday. It's a no limit, I forget if it was city or what it was, but it's got a 400,000 point bonus if you spend $30,000 within the first 3 months. But it's not an American Express, but it's like an American Express where you have to pay it off every month. So you got to spend $30,000 within 3 months of receiving the card, and you'll get 400,000 points. 200,000, I think, for signing up, and 200,000 for doing it. So we're definitely going to get on board with that. Which reminds me, I think I want to cancel my Amex card. Because it does have a $4.95 annual fee. I'm thinking maybe I'll just use my points. I'll focus on that when I get to the office. Use my points, get rid of those, and then close that card before the annual fee comes into play again. So actually did pretty well with that card. Ended up with, I forget how much, a couple 100,000 points, if you recall. And I used those for our trip to the Grand Canyon. And also used some of it for cash, and then complained to them because I didn't get a reimbursement for my bags, and they denied that, but they ended up finding something else that I needed reimbursement for, and I ended up getting like 94,000 point reimbursement. So we'll probably see what we can do about using those today, because I got this other credit card, and I got the Chase card too that I've been using. So I'll take all the action away from the Chase card for this card, so that I can get those bonuses, and then we'll go back to whatever we were doing before. But yeah, 400,000 points is quite a bit. Anyway, all right, I'll let you go, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. It is a little after 3 p.m. Just finished up our team meeting, and we are just leaving the office, heading back to the casino. See what we can do about making maybe a little bit more money. Had an okay day so far, made a few $100s, which is not bad considering only one place. And a friend of mine who's an AP had just been there. Like, he was there as I was getting there. So the fact that we made anything was good. We're going to head back there again and try to make a little bit more money. We'll see how it goes. I don't think there's any kind of special things going on, free play, anything for a long time. So I'm in a situation where I'm doing it on my own, no free play, no multipliers, no anything. And speaking of which, I wanted to swing back to Caesars. We were talking about how I needed like 40, then 30,000 points. Right now I got signed out for some reason. But I believe right now I am only short about 20,000, and I think I have about 6 or 8,000 in extra points coming. Looks like I'm at 19. I probably have close to 10,000 points coming to me, so I might be as low as 9,000. I mean, we're not going to take our foot off the gas, obviously. If I see something that's close enough, it's in range, it's not ridiculous, we are going to play it and try to get the points to finish things out. But also, I wanted to talk about a game that I bet last night. Was some stupid Niagara against VCU game. And it was such a ridiculous game. VCU was favored by 25 and a half. And I was using my bet on it, my free bet on it. And Niagara was down by 4 at the half. And I had 3 different bets on the game at plus 18 and a half, plus 24 and a half, and plus 25 and a half. And with 5 minutes to go, they were only down by like 5 or 6. They ended up losing by 26 points. 26 points. So I don't know what happened, but they just fell apart there. That was my free one anyway. And I wasn't covering it in any other way or betting against it in any way, but that was a horrible loss. So anyway, I know that's not the right way to play it, but I had just picked that, and it looked like it was going so well. And the second half was plus 18 and a half, and they couldn't even cover that in the second half. They only lost the first half by 4, and they lost the second half by 22. So anyway, all right, I'll be back. I'll hand it to these places. They sure know how to make a lot of noise, man. These machines, some of them are so incredibly loud. So walking around, ran into some people I knew right away, which is never a good sign. So they had that whole area taken care of already. Came back around, played a game I thought they didn't know, walked away from it, came back, they were checking it. So unfortunately, they already knew about it. So I'm going to go see if there's any kind of a multiplier or anything today that would help. But so far, hanging in there. I'm in for 300. I'm at 525 right now. So we'll see. Let's check our play here. Sometimes, like in the morning, you won't have anything, but in the afternoon you will. So let's see. See? Yep, there. I got a multiplier, 4x multiplier for today. So that wasn't even there until just now. It's after 4 o'clock, so maybe it doesn't show up till 4. So anyway, I'll be back. Oh boy, all right, I am back. I'm getting crowded in there. For some reason, as I'm leaving here, I'm seeing the road next to this place completely packed with cars, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get home from here. But ended up finding a couple more tiny plays and played those and ended my session ahead 247. I think we had about 200 earlier as well, if I remember right, 202. So that's 449. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, considering like an hour and a half worth of work. Unfortunately, can't do it all day because we have a job, but tomorrow is going to be a much longer day. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting one because we're going to have to leave a little bit earlier than usual. We're going to hit a place where by being there early, we're not going to be able to play as much, which stinks. And then we're going to have to leave there early to head back because I have a meeting to go to tomorrow night. It'll be one of the last meetings that I go to regularly. And yeah, so tomorrow's going to be definitely a lot of work. Hopefully we can make at least something, at least 1,000, 2,000, something. It's just been pretty depressing lately. We could do our segments. What did you eat today, MW? I had just a Chipotle chicken salad, and it was okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it wasn't fresh food, I don't think I would go there at all because their employees are just awful. At least in my area. I mean, I don't want to blanket say that about everyone that works there, but very lazy, always late. I mean, I scheduled it. I was there 15 minutes after I scheduled it to be picked up, and they were just putting it out. So, unfortunate. And it was still a little bit soupy. There's nowhere that you can put in little information. Do this, don't do that. There's just nowhere in the ordering process that you can do that. I'm going to give it a 7 on a scale of 2 through 8. So unfortunately, and the portions were so tiny, like they have stock options or something, and they're trying to make more money for the company. It's ridiculous. And what did you tip today, MW? And today I had 2 sessions of slots, and I tipped $0. So $0 in tips. And what did you learn today, MW? What did I learn today? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I guess I learned persistence. I mean, that's really the big thing. I did actually learn how to do some other stuff. There's a email that I'm going to lose access to. I learned how to save the email out of that. And I found out that somehow Google Photos was backing up all my pictures, which I didn't want because it was telling me it was full. So I had to go in there, and it was very difficult to remove them all. So I learned how to unback up those pictures because I have them on a memory stick anyway, and then I back them up to a computer, so I don't need Google Drive or whatever. And then from my computer, I have it backing up to what's it called? Starts with a T. Anyway, I have it backed up online as well, so I have about 100 gigs backed up online. So really, I guess that's going to be it for right now. We're going to head home and get some rest, get ready for tomorrow, and I'll be back with you tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.